of July 2024. Welcome once again to another edition of the Football House update here on Gambia Football Federation's social media platforms. I am Ibrahim Asware, and we are broadcasting live from the headquarters of the Gambia Football Federation in Kanifing South. Welcome on board. It's another rainy day in the Gambia, but Alhamdulillah, we are somehow away from the rains that are, happening currently outside of this building. It's a pleasure once again, and wherever you might be watching us from, you are welcome on board. And of course, we are happy to be back. Like I said earlier, I am Ibrahim Asware, and interestingly, this afternoon, I am all alone in the studio with the cameras and, of course, the technicians in Omar Toure. So, like we promised on Tuesday, we will, of course, continue our review of the matches of the playoffs. And in this program, we will, of course, feature the game between Young Africans and Balosa in the Greater Banjul playoffs, as well as Serekunda United versus the Football Heroes. In the provincial regional playoffs, we have Esau United versus Stone Circle and Jara West United versus Garawol. Of course, the Gambia Football Coaches Association are also gearing up for their convention, and we will be looking ahead to that interesting capacity building program. Still on capacity building, the Gambia Football Federation, through its CAMS project, has recently conducted elite referees training program for FIFA batch referees, and of course the assessors also had their own training program. So we'll look at all those happenings as far as the capacity building of the referees and their assessors are concerned. It's official, no secret, that Gambia's Red Scorpion will, for the first time ever, participate in the CAF Women's African Champions League qualifiers that will be taking place in Bo in Sierra Leone. It's live underway in Sierra Leone. The draw, it's happening live, and of course we will tell you who is the Scorpion. It's at most 45 minutes as we look ahead to all these happenings in Gambian football. Welcome on board. It's once again the GFF Football House updates, and we are broadcasting live from our headquarters in Kanifing South. I am Ibrahim Asware, presenting. Without much ado, we start this edition with Young Africans FC, as they made a remarkable comeback from an instant return to the GFF Second Division League following their nail-biting 4-2 penalty shootout victory over Balosa FC on Monday, the 15th of July, 2024 at the late Usman Saho football field. The game, as intense as it is, the capital-based side, that is Young Africans, soak up pressure from the champions of the West Coast region to take the game to a penalty shootout. And on penalties, Young Africans triumph 4-2. And after the games, I caught up with a delighted Young Africans coach in Sehunjai, who was absolutely over the moon and had some few dance moves after the game. Let's take a listen to what Sehunjai has to say after his team triumphed on penalty shootout and booked their place back to the GFF Second Division League.
Dedication and commitment, because these players, they are young players. Most of them, even one of them went to exams today and come to play. That's the number 8, Mohamed Koli. So we make sure that we give them the self-belief and make sure tactically they understand our game plan and how we play. What I told them in November, we cannot go to the second division. We have to win one game at a time. Then when we go up to the 7th game, we played with Hawks, Red Hawks. We were all 11 points. Then we drew 0-0. That's the time I told them, let's have the belief that we can do it. We start taking one game at a time, up to the final. Thank God we have made it. Then Balosa, they were talking all over the media because they don't respect us. That's why we punish them.
You came with a game plan, and it was well executed by your players. Since the beginning of the first half, you allow Balosa with the ball and try to hit them on the counter. Was that what you came with?
Yes, because every game since day one, every game we have a game plan for it. Last 2 games, we decided to change the game plans. That's the final in Banjul and this final. We leave them with the ball and we try to counter them. So they understand it because we drill them every day. So this drill, it took them 1 week to understand. Because you must be patient, you must be compact, you must be organized, and a lot of communication. So thank God we have made it to the second division.
You must be a proud tactician.
Most of the time, I work with tactics, game plan, how to position the players, how to move them, when the ball loose, where they're supposed to be, when they have the ball, how to break. So we normally do it in training grounds every day. So that's why these boys master them, because these boys, I have them 2.5 years when they were 15. I went with them to Dakar last June. We played with AS Pekin, we played with Generation Foot, we played with Challenge and Secreke. Though that experience that we brought from Dakar, we brought it to the 3rd division. That helped us to go all the way. So I learned from my mistakes in Dakar. I was lacking a goalkeeper and a striker with a midfield 6. Then when I came back to Gambia, I tried to work on those things. I tried to scout a goalkeeper, that's Omar Kamara. I tried to scout a striker, Amadou Mane, who scored the winning goal in Banjul. Then I tried to scout a midfield 6, that's Gata. In the second round, I took Lingard and Mohamed. So that's the number 7. I took them from the second division. They came back, and we tried to move the team.
Now tell us, I know it's too early, but what is the plan in the second division? Young Africans, it's not a small team in Gambian football.
It's a small team though, but we have to stretch in the team to the second division. We are going to try to stay in the second division. We are not going for the trophy because we cannot. Our game plan is every game is a final trophy. If we win, we go to the next game. We are not thinking of going up whilst the games are not started yet. So we normally take one game at a time.
Any word for your brave players?
No, I love these guys. They are the technique. I am the tactic. That's why we can go together, because they listen to the tactic and they are very technical. So without them, there is no me. Without me, there is no them. So together, we build a team.
And any final word, especially to the fans that turn out there to support your team?
I will tell them to keep calm. They are very good fans. They follow us since day one. And I will thank my technical staff with the management as well. I will thank them very well. But all together, it's not me alone. You can see them. Okay? They are it's happened.
Sekou Njie, and of course, as expected, Banjul boys and you know, singing and dancing, as you know, it's always a joyous moment when a team, you know, won a footballing game. And of course, a lot was at stake and they delivered as expected. Hard luck to Balosa, and you know, better luck next time. From Young Africans, we still stay on with the playoffs of the Greater Banjul area, as Serekunda United maintain their status in the GFF Second Division League following a hard-fought 4-2 victory on penalty shootout over the Football Heroes in the Goal Project in Yundum. Of course, the Serekunda United were relegated or occupied the playoffs at the end of the season, the last time out, and of course they needed to go through the playoff once again to make sure they confirm their status as a second division league team. They met up with the champions of the Kanifing municipality in a nail-biting game played at the late Usman Saho football field, and the experience of Serekunda United triumphed over the youthful exuberance of the Football Heroes. And after the game, we caught up with the assistant coach of Serekunda United, who was, of course, Ismaila Sonko. And he said they were expecting rather to beat Football Heroes, as they met with the same team on their way to the championship the last time out. Let's watch Coach Ismaila Sonko of Serekunda United.
But thank God that we came to penalties and we win.
You dominated the game and created numerous chances. But what do you think was lacking?
Maybe the experience, I would say, because they are very young. They are first year playing first division, and most of them, have never played like football. That's the reason why. But we are working on it.
This was a derby, and what was the mentality coming to the game?
We are the bigger ones, bigger brothers, come and win. That was the mentality. Because we won them and we won them again. It was a great experience. Second division was a great experience. You see that we are winning the bigger teams, the top table, and losing from the lower table. That was a very big concern for us. Maybe we were underestimating them when they happened to get points out. But we are working on that.
Now against the beginning of next season, what do you think you need to work on? Are you still satisfied with the squad, or you want to be tough?
It's a developmental process. We have to add quality, we have to add experience, and we have to add maybe longevity. We have to build a second team so that it can help us grow. Because in the second round, we registered certain players that couldn't make it. So we will work on that.
Finally, any word to the players, your fans, and the management?
I will take this opportunity to thank everybody for their endless effort. Since the beginning of the November till now, they are working very hard. It was very tough. Although football is challenging, but it's part of this journey. It's always hard, but you have to keep working. On behalf of the entire staff of Serekunda United, and I'm saying thank you to everybody at the GFF levels. I'm saying thank you to everybody because it's a good experience, and we hope to learn more. We started the game very poorly, because
Assistant coach Ismaila Sonko of Serekunda United. And now, SAU United narrowly beat Stone Circle 1-0 to book a place at the GFF Second Division League 2024-2025 season. Alkali Fati scored the game's only goal in the 64th minute, hammering home a low right-footed drive into the bottom corner, sending the town's faithful into wild jubilation. The SAU United defended with their lives for the rest of the game to see off Stone Circle, who were determined to score an equalizer. But unfortunately for the Central River Region champions, the North Bank Region champions take that one place available for them to book their place into the GFF Second Division League next season. SAU United became only the second team from the North Bank region to book a place in the second division. And of course, this followed when 2nd Infantry Battalion, who spent a season in the division, and unfortunately, they were relegated back to the 3rd division. SAU United will be hoping, of course, to change that history when they kick the ball for the first time in the 2nd division next season. After the game, I caught up with their head coach, Ismail Amadi Sonko, known as Ian Dice, and as expected, he was very pleased with the performance of his side, but of course noted that a lot of work is ahead if they are to maintain the team as a 2nd division team. Let's watch Ismail Amadi Sonko after the game.
Well, you can see everybody is jubilating for the first time in our history, making it to the National Second Division. Absolutely, it's massive, really. We had a very good season, to be honest. I think this is our 10th game, winning 9 and then drawing only 1. So, alhamdulillah, I have to thank God. Definitely.
The game was not easy. You dominated the first 10 minutes, but going towards the halftime break, Stone Circle were the better side. What was the message during the break?
Yeah, when in the first half, I think we were missing so much tactical, instructions. So when we went to the tunnel, that's where we do rectifications, and then when we came back, and then we do some tactical changes as well. So alhamdulillah, fortunately for us, and we had a goal, and that goal we be able to defend it until the last minute. Yeah, I think we're gonna learn because, like I said, this is our first time. I think we only have one division player, that is the one I substituted in the first half. He's the only guy who had this experience of the divisions, and also the number 8. But the rest, this will be their first ever time. So I think we have to go back and then make early preparations to come back and then try to compete and try to stay in the division. I think for sure we're gonna do more assessment, and then also gonna make more adjustment as well, because we know second division is not easy. Almost you play 34 games, so it's not easy like the 3rd division. So obviously you need a very, very strong squad, players who can play like almost 20-25 games per season without having this long-term injuries or what. So but the most important thing is that we're gonna make an assessment. Like I said, we're going for holidays for a couple of maybe weeks or months, so trying to do more assessment and then do some adjustments as well. Yeah.
You coming here has unite the whole region. What message would you have to the people of North?
Yeah, just to thank them, because since we won against Rockland, everybody was excited, and the whole region was behind the team from Barra to Farafenni. So everybody was behind the team. So it's beyond SAU, but not Bank at large. So we have to thank them. Thank you for their messages, their wonderful advices, calls. So we've been together in this journey with them. So obviously everybody came out today to show their support. So we are saying a big thanks to them, really. Yeah.
Finally, any final message?
Well, just feeling happy. You can see everybody's celebrating as it is our first time to come to qualify for the 2nd division. So obviously, we, like I said, we have to say alhamdulillah, definitely. Yeah, we thank God, really.
Coach Ismail Amadi Sonko there, and of course the scorer of the most important goal in SAU United history is no other than Alkali Fati. And after the game, an emotional Fati spoke to us, and of course he was very joyful and thankful to his coach for keeping faith with him despite having a very bad season during the playoffs. He too was on our microphone after the game.
Because Niaja, the season no commencé là. I didn't score any single goal for my team. But Niaja, I have been patient enough for a long point there. If you didn't get a season, what is happening? But like one of my feelings, yesterday night, matter you know how to perform individually, then go for advice. You can do it, you know. Just believe in yourself. So that I saw becoming knowledge of all implement. So I am so happy and in the Kojo, you know, coach Sandai, you know,
Najako first half limited you made a lot of run-ins. Bila finted in second half, you know, motivation of bottom for
from the coach, you know, and the technical side. That I can ball from because Kevin Tare even from Golden College. They can body midfielder Asian. So after I look, when they can say so then Kevin could do for him. Then I have listened to him. Man, I will do whatever it takes. Let me get back. So that I can say that best you mean that.
How was the feeling like? This is the most important goal.
Yeah. This is the most important goal because it's a very important game. In game also, in game more not well promoted. So ada niya yale nyina kabni ligo commencer de ñu ya on biti so nana nga safra nga record ko mi yan ko ñu ñu lebal ñu na na mo so I'm so excited ngala na medalal you know bari ngala mi lam ko banda so medal nga resto ding dañ ligo ko na commencer go back to the so we will inshallah tane mo dami do
live from the football house in Kanifing, and this is the football house updates. It comes your way every Tuesday and Thursdays live, and I am Ibrahim Asware presenting this afternoon. And that was Al Khalifati, the scorer of the lone goal that promoted SAU United to the second tier of Gambian football. And now to the breaking news. As mentioned earlier on, the draw for the CAF Women's Champions League for Wafu Zone A has been held in Bo City in Sierra Leone. And of course, the Gambia's Red Scorpion was part of the draw, and a stunning match awaits the Gambian audience and Gambians in general, as Red Scorpion will play in their second match against the determined girls of Liberia. Some significant moments await the Gambian fans, as in the books of the determined girls, there are 3 Gambians: Rugi Juf, the team captain, Catherine Jata, and of course, their talismanic, their midfield maestro in Mbasi Dabo. So it's the draw was held just a few minutes ago, and of course, this is how it will line up for the Red Scorpions, as they will first play the Angels de Medina, a team that is from Senegal. So that is another Senegambian derby. After playing the Senegalese champions, they will meet up with the Liberian champions in their second encounter. Like I said earlier, in the books of the determined girls, you have Rugi, Mbasi, and Catherine Jata. Red Scorpions will wrap up their campaign with a final game against the Mwamba Queens. The Mwamba Queens are a team from Sierra Leone, so they are the host country. So Red Scorpions will be playing against the Mwamba Queens in their last game encounter. So that's how the draw was made. The fixtures, the dates are yet to be confirmed as for when they will play their first game. But again, this is how it is lined up. They will take on the Angels Medina of Mali. They will of course play AS Monday of Mali, and Eagles de Medina of Senegal, and the determined girls of Liberia, as well as the Mwamba Queens FC of Sierra Leone. So this is how the Red Scorpions will line up in their maiden appearance in the CAF Champions League Women's Champions League qualifiers. So their first game, it's a derby for them against the Senegalese champions. Then they will move on to play against the Liberian champions, which have Rugi. The last time we had Rugi, Mbasi and Catherine, and they were, of course, looking forward to this encounter against the Gambian champions. So from there, the Gambian champions will play against AS Mande of Mali before they take on the Muamba Queens FC of Sierra Leone to wrap up their campaign. We are wishing our Scorpions the championship was made. Still coming up, as we look into the financial aspects of the playoffs. So that will come. United has joined SAU United as the two. Jara West United has joined SAU United and Young Africans FC to book their place in the GFF Second Division League competition 2024-2025. Jara's Mudu Lamin Sen separated the two sides when his close-range shot in the first minute was enough for them to grab a spot in the GFF Second Division League, following a hard-fought 1-0 win over Garawal on Sunday, the 21st of July 2024 at the late Usman Saho field. And after the game, I caught up with head coach Sidi Dabo of Jara West United, who was, of course, adamant that the team will do better than the Jara West that was relegated last season. According to him, Jara West United and Jara West are one and the same team. So let's hear from Coach Sidi Dabo.
Qualified to second division. So we fun prepare second division by the Jara West United game second division next season. So finally,
a crew of journalists after his side's 1-0 win over Garawal. The game's only goal scorer in Modulamin Sen also spoke to us after the game, and he was thankful to his parents and fans for the support given to him throughout his journey into the Second Division League qualifiers.
This is my dream. Always this is my dream to qualify this team to second division. I'm very happy today. Entire Jara West, they are happy. I worked this a long time. Okay. I'm very happy.
Now that you are into the second division and you're going to replace your brothers Jara West FC into the league, how will you prepare for the upcoming season?
I will prepare 100% to enter second division because football is very nice. So Jara Jara people, we have a lot of players in Jara. So I will motivate the youth to come and play the football.
Coach, Nina Jube, Jara West Football Club will relegate Nimu Jara West United. Is that one difference in two teams only?
There is no difference. So this is football. Nindoma make no dosa make no. So content barrel Jara West relegate content that Jara West replace. I'm very happy to be.
So saying I don't mean for a call me sue, but it didn't give me the
support minke mole ani dua minke mole alama alejo alama la dua alfana alama alejo sokay wala yefana e timoni alama e dua ni lafa pour second division fana na Senegal Africa. Today I'm very happy. This is my dream. Always this is my dream to qualify this team to second division. I'm very happy to entire Jara West. They are all.
Welcome back, and of course, this is GFF Football House update. We are broadcasting live from Kanifing, in the headquarters of the Gambia Football Federation. As mentioned earlier, I have the pleasure to welcome Mr. Ismail Njai, the GFF Senior Finance Manager, to look at the financial aspect, financial part of things. Because all that you were watching, the playoffs, the league, the coronations, all was possible due to the finances available. So he will take us through how much it cost the GFF in terms of the playoffs, that is the regional playoffs for the Greater Banjul and provincial teams, as far as the prize monies for the winners of the GFF First Division League, the runner-up, and the third place. The same for the second division, the champions, the GFF Female First Division, the champions, the runner-up, and the third place team, as well as the second division champions. Plus the regional leagues, because we understand that the GFF provided with each regional association a giant trophy plus all the medals for them during the finals of their third division league. So Mr. Njai will be taking us through because it's important for the public to know how things are unfolding and why things happen the way they happen. For me, this past season is the best ever season in the history of Gambian football. Across the board, all leagues, male, female, regional third division, all went successfully and also the playoffs. So for me, it was a success, but it came at a cost. Good afternoon, Mr. Njai, and once again, welcome to this platform. I know, it's a short notice, but thank you for honoring, this invitation. Specifically, I will allow you to say your greetings, and then we will move on to talk about the league prices and, how much it cost the GFF in total to organize all these finals and the semi-finals of the playoffs for both male and females.
Thank you very much, Ibrahima. It's been a while. Happy to be back, and once more, good afternoon to all viewers. Like you rightly mentioned, time is a constraint, we know.
Absolutely.
But we are almost every time taxed, anytime we are called upon to come and give out what every stakeholder is required to know. Like you said, the league have ended, but actually today we will mainly looking at the area of the playoffs and the league prizes, because of the in terms of notification given to us about I think 30 minutes ago.
Exactly.
I was notified that I have to come on the platform today.
Absolutely.
I wished it was I got the information earlier. Then we will go more and more detail for everybody's understanding. In the first place, the GFF Finance Department, as we all know, is responsible to administer the financial disbursements and ensure those principles are maintained. Coming down, we will first want to look at the male first and second division, the prices, and the female.
Exactly.
For a start, I think we are all aware that this year we have both the league and the FF Cup
Exactly.
that have taken place
Exactly.
on tour. So starting with the female, like they always said, women first.
Women's first.
In the Women's League 1 and Week 2, we've disbursed $1.4 million. When I said we've disbursed $1.4 million, that means we've already sent instructions to the bank as far back last week, Thursday. And so all the clubs affected in the female league, both League 1 and 2 and the FA Cup, are fully paid.
So that is only the prices?
Only the prices for the league. For League 1 and League 2 gives us $1.4 million. Likewise, the FF cost the GFF $500,000. So putting the total price for the Women League, for Women League, League 1 and League 2 is $1.9 million. That has been disbursed by the GFF as last week, Thursday, to our bank, Vista.
Incredible.
Yes. In the league, like we all have seen during the presentation of prices, Race Scorpions got $750,000 because Race Scorpion won both the league and the FF Cup.
Sure.
So these two prizes gave us $750,000. Berewulen won $400,000.
Because they were runners-up in the league and runners-up in the FF Cup.
Wow. Exactly. And TMT has also won $175,000 as far as the Women League was concerned.
Because they finished third.
They finished third for both the league prizes and the FF Cup prizes. Likewise, if you come to the League 2, where we had Joshua United going home with $150,000 because they only won the league. Quintes went home with $100,000.
Yeah, the winners were Yakar. Yakar won, Joshua came out second.
Yes, Yakar.
Yakar FC. Yeah.
Sorry, yes, exactly. Sorry, Yakar. Yakar has won $350,000 because Yakar came top of the league in the second division and also have won $50,000 for the FF Cup prizes. So that gives Yakar $350,000. So putting all this breakdown together, that was what have given us $1,925,000 is what was disbursed by our department to the various clubs as mentioned respectively.
For the second division.
For the second division, for the first and second division. So now moving to the male league, we would like to start with Division 1, where Real had in the league for male Division 1 and Division 2, we have disbursed $2,625,000, while the FF Cup for the male league, we disbursed $900,000. So meaning Real has been paid $1 million, Falcons $500,000, Steve Biko was paid $300,000 because they came out third in the male league, first division, and also they came as a semi-finalist in the FF Cup. Likewise, TMT had $300,000 for coming the runners-up for the FF Cup. And then Team Rhino also coming as semi-finalists had $50,000. Then coming down to Division 2 male league, Hawks came out winners and Bank $500,000. Hearts got second $250,000. Gambia Dodge Lion came in third, has $125,000. Likewise, Medina, who came top of the FF Cup, went home with $500,000. So these have given us the total of $3,525,000.
That was disbursed.
That was disbursed to the first division. So putting the two together, that is the amount disbursed for first and second division,
both male and
female. GFF have put out approximately $5 million for cash prizes for the season 2023-2024 league season.
Interesting.
Exactly. So as of now, for league prizes, we thank God and also thank the executive that they were able to give us approval, and we did not owe any club for league prizes as far as 2023-2024 league season is concerned. Then from there, we will now look at the playoff.
Exactly.
The playoff.
They recently concluded
Yes,
playoffs.
Exactly. We would love to extend a congratulating message to our colleagues in the competition department and your very department, regardless of we could not have time to be there, but we are really following up to see what is also happening. It was not only watching at the game, but it also helped us in our accountability as finance department, because we also have ways of seeing and trying to verify what happened at the league level. This year playoff has been very, very expensive compared to the previous playoff season. As we know, this year, before coming to the playoff, where did we start it from? We started from all regional finals. That is where our financial cost implications started. At that regional final, for all the 7 regions, for their trophies and their medals, it cost the GFF $1.7 million.
That is the third division.
That is the third division finals, the trophies and medals for all the 7 regional football associations. And in addition to that, the playoffs, both for regional level, the match expense cost us $22,000 for the regional playoff. In addition to these particular match expenses, GFF also paid $226,000 for the accommodation of the regional teams that were hosted at the Independence Friendship Hotel. As you know, occupied referees for instructors and elite referees. So based on that, the clubs were accommodated at the Friendship Hotel. That costed us about $226,000. Putting together the women, the other region, total expenditures for that particular regional playoffs, match expenses in direct was $61,980. In addition to that, that have also given us $287,000 plus utility fuel here and there. That have also given us almost $300,000 for regional playoffs. In short, this was how things folded out for regional playoffs, the leagues. And in addition, we also been instructed by the executive to ensure we make payments to all regions for all the cash prices for the regions. We'll be transferring to regional football associations account, and they will now pay the
third division
champions, yes, and
the champions and runners,
at
male and
female at regional level. And that one also we're expecting to disburse almost $1.5 million for the 7 regions.
Impressive. That's a lot of money.
Money, exactly.
Interesting. But then I know it's like you said, it's a short notice, and we will have you back in subsequent programs to look at some other financial areas as far as the GFF is concerned. But then just briefly, let's talk about the auditors. I know currently some are already in the building. You guys have not been getting enough sleeps, going up and down, making sure, they get all what they want. Tell us, I understand FIFA were here, I understand CAF, and now what is happening as per the auditing side of things?
As part of the GFF governance rules, which includes our financial policies, with our donors, it is indicated that we must be audited by two different audit firms. One will be hired by the donors themselves, and that is FIFA, that will be sent directly to the Gambia to come and audit their funds, which they did, and that is done. Alhamdulillah, we were very happy. It was a very great performance. We thank God that every year we are performing more than the previous year. That we are thankful. And now we are on the final audit, which will soon wrap up, which is the statutory audit. So these two will complete our filing and our governance requirement by FIFA and CAF. So basically, these are the two audits that we are on. Like you said, that's why January to June or July is always challenging for the GFF Finance Department, because concentrating on audit, concentrating on the year in, year out activities on daily basis becomes more challenging. So basically, as far as the audit is concerned, this is the state that we are.
All right. So very soon, one is done. The other one is on the final stages.
Exactly. One is done and one is on the final stages. So we soon wrap up with that one, and we close the chapter for that particular period, and then we move on. We've, like you said, coming back to the next program, then we'll have time to look at things in detail, so that people can get abreast of what we are doing and how far we've gone, what our status, because this is what is great. 2023 has been challenging, but we were able to cope. And we sail out of it, and now we are in 2024. But what we do at our level is every year what we learn from the previous year, we try to add value on it. So we also want to take this opportunity to thank all stakeholders for their patience, their understanding, their support, because it's always challenging. It's always challenging when you're supposed to staff people. And then sometimes you're able to meet the actual demand. Sometimes you might be able to meet the actual demand because of sometimes challenges in manpower or other logistics. But nonetheless, we want to show them appreciation. We've seen great improvement on their gate takings, which we will delve more in the last system, like we said. We used to be on ticketing, now we are on electronic ticketing. So we've also seen, and then we will look at
least there is some improvement.
Yeah, that has been a great improvement, to be sincere. There have been great improvement, and all these things now can be able to reflect back to clubs, because remember, we are here because of our stakeholders, especially the clubs. Ibrahim. That's important for us to note in that aspect.
Exactly. Finally, before we just wrap up, I know you have a lot of engagements coming. The national team, the U20. We understand the U15. It's also on the way. Who knows? Anytime the Chan team also something might come up. How are you guys preparing for all those, programs coming up?
Well, like we said, for national team, the budget have been drafted. through the national team department, because they are the initiators. Then that will be sent, that is sent to us for our review and our comment. And then finally, we'll send it to the National Sports Council. That's for the national team A aspect. Coming down to the other category,
the U20.
We will look at first the U20, which has been on preparation much more earlier, and also that's the cost implications to us. But notwithstanding, sometimes you have to compare the cost and the output. If you want to have a better output, financially we have to perform, and that have also trigger us to start preparation early. As you know, U20 is always a point of transition for players. Exactly. There were players that were there before. Now they've moved to out of the U20 range. So you also have to provide that motivation and that push for the U20 to have enough time to be able to build and integrate new players to the existing players. So that leads to us to start much more earlier before. I remember that is going to now indicate a cost for the engagement allowance. Exactly. For the coaches on that, the operational cost for the U20, which have come much more earlier than it used to be. So that means we'll have more expenditure compared to what we were having before. Exactly. And in addition to that, we're also grateful that we have the notification to provide the support to Red Scorpion, who are going to play in WAFO. As we speak now, we've already instructed the football hotel. They've sent us the bill, and we're also going to make payment to the football hotel for the camping of the Red Scorpion. That is pre-preparation before departure to Sierra Leone, and other support that will be provided as deemed necessary during the AGM and through the approval of the executive. Yes, so likewise the U15, which because of our financial constraint earlier, we could not do some of those things, but now we're able to start triggering to reorganize and get the U15 to be trained on a regular basis on weekend, because remember, most of them goes to school. Exactly. So, but every Saturday, Sunday, they have to train at the lead Usman Saho football field, which is at our football hotel, which also has financial implication. On weekly, you have to dispose fuel to the vehicle, the running cost of the vehicle, the driver, all these things are embedded. So, but like we said, some of this also are possible because of the little leverage and challenges we had on our head gradually. We also have to thank government here for coming in, taking the responsibility of the national team coach, which every month I used to go to the bank to renegotiate for a facility to be able to pay the national team coach. So that burden has been shifted on our head, off our head, and that created a gap to be able to see the U20 to start training at such a time earlier, and the U15, equally. When we close down the audit, everybody will know government support to national team definitely has also increased. So these are all positive things that have impacted on our financial performance going through. So gradually, we hope all the stakeholders, government, the private sector, other public sectors will come in, individual will come in and look at the area of intervention or support, so that we will have less heavy load on what we receive from FIFA and CAF, be able to concentrate more on the grassroots. Yes,
impressive. Thank you so much, Mr. Njai. Finally, let me allow you to say your final words so that we will wrap up this program. Then, probably when the auditing activity ends, because we have to drag you. I know you are very busy, but we have to drag you to talk about some of these things, because the public also needs to be updated regularly to make sure that they know how finance work in the GFF. So let me allow you to say a few words, then we will wrap
Once more, thank you very much. And I am sorry for being away for a while. It was not because of anything, but commitment. We all know March to July in every financial institution's financial department is always challenging. It's a reporting period. Exactly. You know, we have just been absent because of the task you've given us to do. But soon you'll be seeing me more regular to give you more updates, not only on GFF platform, even other platforms that we wish to list with the finance department.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mr. Njai, and thank you too for being with us. But before we go, just quickly, as promised, the Gambia Football Coaches Association is set to launch a week-long coaching convention at the Gambia, at the National Technical Training Center in Yundum. The schedule began last on Monday, and of course the convention aims to enhance the capacity of coaches in leadership skills, integrity, media interaction, and the end of season report writing, among other areas. It will also provide an opportunity for the for networking, fostering relationships, and developing a resolution for the association. The association, headed by Mr. Keba Jasper Toure, was at the Secretariat of the Gambia Football Federation recently, where they held a briefing with the GFF President Lamin Kaba Bajo about the forthcoming event, and also extended invitation to him to preside over the event. After that, renowned U.S. soccer technician Isaac Jacobs from the USA Coaches Association and Mr. Park Chow, former Senegalese international and technician, will serve as training facilitators. Away from that, the FIFA member association elite referees course came to a close in the Gambia on Thursday, the 18th of July 2024 at the National Technical Training Center in Yundum. Presiding over the closing ceremony, GFF Vice President Mr. Bakari K. Jame reiterated the importance GFF attaches to capacity building programs for productive football development in the country. While thanking FIFA, CAF, and the international instructors, Mr. Jame renewed the Federation's commitment to support referees' welfare, including their remuneration in the upcoming season. He recognized Bakari Papa Gassama as a role model, ambassador, and living legend to be proud of. Course Director Ali Mohammed expressed gratitude to the Gambia Football Federation and urged participants to make the best use of the newly acquired skill or knowledge in their respective assignments. The closing ceremony was punctuated with the presentation of certificate to participants. In attendance was the GFF acting finance director and acting general secretary, Mr. Kemu Sise, and staffs of the technical department. Furthermore, the Gambia Football Federation also on Tuesday, the 23rd of July 2024, concluded a 4-day intensive referees instructors course for technical and physical fitness programs at the National Technical Training Center in Yundum. Deputizing for the GFF President, Ms. Sena Bucham, the fourth Vice President, congratulated the participants for their dedication and hard work. She highlighted the Federation's commitment to capacity building, referencing the CAMS project as a priority in the Football's House strategic development. Ms. Cham, who doubled as the President of the Women's Football Association, expressed gratitude to FIFA and its instructors for the support, while assuring them of GFF's continuous collaboration She further expressed delight in seeing the inclusion of women in the program, recognizing the importance of women in football. Mohamed Hussein Ali, physical fitness instructor, thanked the GFF for the support during the training course and praised the Federation for the hospitality accorded while urging the assessors to learn from Bakary Papa Gassama successes in world football. Local instructor Dukuri Jawo, participant Falli Jaju, all thank the Federation and promise to apply their knowledge into practice. The event as well concluded with a presentation of certificates, and in attendance was GFF Acting General Secretary and Finance Director, Mr. Kemo Sise. Well, viewers, that's all we have for you this afternoon. It was the GFF Football House updates, and we will come your way next week, Tuesday, the same time, on the same platform. Until then, I have been Ibrahim Suare presenting, and my able technician was Mr. Omar Toure. I wish to take this opportunity to thank him, and of course thank Mr. Ismail Anjai, and also extend gratitude to Mr. Babukar Kamara, the Director of Communication and Communications Manager, Mr. Bakari B. Jame, and of course my colleagues Mariama Bojang and Amadou Oba. Until we come your way, it's bye from me. Stay tuned and keep playing football. We will come your way on Tuesday to delve into and look at the chances of Red Scorpion as far as the CAF Champions League qualifiers are concerned. Until then, it's bye from us. Thank you for having me.